BPS Custom's coverage of CES 2018 in Las Vegas is brought to you by Enermax and CableMod. Thank you to them for making our trip possible. Check out their links in the video description and make sure you're subscribed to the channel for all the latest hardware news from the year's biggest electronics expo.
What's up, guys? I'm here in ASUS's mysterious blue conference room to learn all of their secrets that they brought to CES 2018. Let's head in there and see what they got. I kicked off my ASUS visit by oogling the big format gaming display. ASUS is one of 3 NVIDIA partners for this launch, coming hopefully sometime later this year. Not a whole bunch of confirmed details to mention at this time regarding availability or price, but assume that this will fall well into the "this ain't cheap" category. It's a 120Hz 4K G-Sync enabled panel with HDR, so it basically checks all the boxes while also being absolutely enormous. While 1080p compressed YouTube video of the on-screen image certainly isn't doing it justice, I watched a few people demo Destiny 2 and it was a sight to behold. Hopefully more details start trickling out soon. Next to the BFGD was the new ROG Strix Flare keyboard. It's got most of what you'd expect from a new gaming keyboard in 2018, with per-key RGB backlighting, cherry switches in multiple varieties including speed, dedicated media keys, and a detachable wrist rest. ASUS is also including a customizable acrylic insert piece that puts the flare in Strix Flare. When they told me the price, however, I was immediately turned off, and they said they've been getting the same feedback from most media at the event. As of right now, this is going to be $180. No thanks. Right above the flare was a little box with the ROG Eye peeking out in all sorts of RGB flavors. This is their new Aura terminal. It's basically an external RGB control box that can be used to sync up desk or ambient lighting with what's going on inside your case. It should, repeat should, ship with 2 RGB strips, and in the demo ASUS set this up so that the strips were stuck to the back of the monitor. This gave a nice reflective glow off the wall, but to be honest, this wasn't really all that exciting for me. Having another thing to cable manage on my desk isn't really what I'm looking forward to, and at this time it doesn't provide a whole bunch of utility. It is possible it could be tied in with other RGB accessories in the future, like for instance say Philips Hue, which might make it a little more appealing. One of the biggest hits of the entire suite was the bezel-free kit. Coming in Q2 at an MSRP of around $100, the bezel-free kit is actually a piece of injected plastic similar to acrylic. The plastic is mounted to the bezels of your monitor and stretches the overlapped image out just enough so that the end result eliminates the bezels to your eye. This is useful for a number of multi-monitor applications, and while not visually flawless, it does enough to make the surround gaming experience much more fluid. ASUS has no plans at this time to support monitors from other brands because the kit needs to be a certain height and width. But at launch, this should be available for their 24, 25, and 32-inch monitors. One of the laptops that I found to be super interesting from the last year was the Zephyrus. It was one of the first to feature NVIDIA's Max-Q technology, and ASUS was showing off the entire cooling solution that required the keyboard to be shifted down to the bottom of the frame. Now, this is fairly divisive design, as some users love it and others hate it, as there's no wrist rest on the device itself. But some things you can't argue with here are the design of the chassis, super thin form factor, cooling efficiency, and gaming performance. These are available now and will be updated with Coffee Lake Mobile around March. The 4K 144Hz HDR 27-inch and 1440p 200Hz 35-inch G-Sync monitors that were announced and shown off last year still have not come to market, but ASUS has a couple of them in Vegas for media to test out for themselves. As you'd expect, the experience is amazing, but with no current availability and no projected sale date yet due to problems with actually obtaining this AU Optronics produced panel, it might be a while before we see these on shelves. AI Mesh is also coming to ASUS's routers. At launch, you should see 8 different routers supported, and for those of you not familiar with AI Mesh, it's basically a way to add a super high-speed Wi-Fi mesh network to your existing router configuration. You can buy add-on repeaters, and with a small downloadable update to the router's firmware, you can very easily have full home coverage in even the largest of spaces. This makes it so that you don't have to buy an entire mesh network kit if you have a few dead spots in your home, you can simply upgrade what you already have with stronger and broader signal. And finally, we come to ASUS's partnership with G.Skill and Cooler Master under what they're calling the Tough Gaming Alliance. ASUS is turning its Tough brand into an easy solution for first-time builders. The traditional Digicamo look and feel of Tough motherboards is duplicated on certain SKUs of Cooler Master cases and G.Skill memory kits, and if you see the Tough Alliance logo on products, you can automatically know that these parts will work together. It makes choosing components less confusing for first-time builders. So that's it from the ASUS suite, guys. Thanks for watching my CES 2018 coverage. Stay tuned for more coming your way very soon. Thank you to our sponsors, Enermax and CableMod. Check you guys next time.